Wanted, 8 young adventurers to take on one of the world's most extreme environments.
It's like a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Their mission, to survive the Arctic and help endangered polar bears.
I would do anything to get there, absolutely anything.
The majestic polar bear, king of the Arctic, one of the last great wildernesses on Earth.
Polar bears are like my favourite animal.
Seeing the polar bears in their natural habitat, that'd be cool.
The polar bear's existence is threatened as never before by global warming. As the world heats up, its home is starting to disappear. More than 9,000 12 to 15-year-olds applied to help in a nationwide search by BBC Talent. They're fighting for just 8 places on an extreme expedition to the Canadian Arctic. They'll help polar bears by doing major research into climate change. Deciding which young adventurers have what it takes, former Army officer and expedition leader Ben Major. Completing the judging team, assistant leader Emma J and series producer Marshall Corwin.
Why should we pick you to go to the Arctic?
And I'd be helping the polar bears, which would make me feel really proud.
It's a new challenge for me. I've never done anything as big as this.
I suppose I want to save the world, really.
What for you would be the hardest thing about being in the Arctic?
Being afraid of being eaten alive by a polar bear, probably. I'm not really sure about going to the toilet, and that's what it's called.
Or going to the toilet.
After much debate, the hopefuls are narrowed down to just 16 finalists. Now they face a challenging weekend in the freezing cold up in the Highlands of Scotland. 6 a.m. on the first morning, and Ben and Emma surprise them with a rude awakening.
Morning, how are you all? You all right?
Right, we've got 10 minutes. Let's do it, OK? Faster, faster, keep moving.
It's -7 degrees, so what better way to start the day than a workout in the snow?
Face in the snow. Who's got cold hands? Yeah. Right. Come on. So, come on.
Yeah, how are you feeling now? Is the dizziness gone?
The early morning shock to the system has already hit Lily.
I just felt really dizzy all of a sudden. It's all right now.
The freezing temperatures are getting to others too. Lewis's hands are in excruciating pain.
It's getting worse.
Move. Come on. Just keep them down, keep the blood flowing into them, all right? Don't cook them up. Just keep them down, all right?
They're so cold, they're numb and they're just stinging.
But conditions are positively mild compared to the Arctic. Things are about to get a whole lot tougher. A 10-metre stretch of frozen lake confronts the finalists.
What do you think we're doing now?
Monkey bar.
Exactly it. As you can see from the ice on the top, quite cold. Oh my God, I knew it.
One by one, they take the plunge, quite literally.
Oh, dramatic fall. Next one, Nice one. Nice. Oh!
Cold.
So cold. Oh! And that was pure evil.
It's freezing.
If going for a jog for an hour, wait, that certainly definitely did.
It seems impossible, but a couple of the stronger lads successfully make it across. The pressure is now really on for Lewis. His hands are still hurting him badly.
That's it, get the momentum.
Come on, Lewis.
Come on.
That's it.
That's it, you got the momentum now.
Sus now.
No, I'm gonna drop. I'm not dropping in that water.
Come on.
That's it.
That's it.
The metal rings are absolutely freezing and painful to grip.
You got it. Nice one, mate.
But his determination carries him through.
Yay! Well done, Lewis!
My hands were cold, I just didn't want to drop in the water. I'm so glad I didn't drop. It was hard though.
Come on, Emily!
So far, no girls have made it, but Emily's making it look easy.
Well, I'm just glad I didn't fall in.
Where's the warm shower?
It's been quite an icebreaker, but has anyone already caught the eye of leaders Ben and Emma?
Really, really impressed with little Emily, actually. I thought Emily did so well.
She's the only girl, only girl to get across.
Yeah, and
she was
did so well.
fantastic.
Actually, I have to say, Lewis, because he had problems at the start, then suddenly got the momentum halfway through, and that took quite a lot of strength.
The pressure on the finalists is intense. They all know only half will go to the Arctic.
I just want it so much, I can't really put it into words. And I think everyone wants it just as much as I do.
To get to the Arctic would mean everything, because I can't stop thinking about it every day. When I get up, it's the Arctic.
I know that there's such strong, good characters in this group. The chances of me getting there is so slim.
I'm going to go for this one. Really going to push myself to the limit.
The expedition to the Canadian Arctic will be unbelievably tough. The adventurers will be living in temperatures as low as -50 as they head for a remote glacier. Their main task, to measure it to check on global warming. The team needs determined characters who can overcome conditions way beyond their normal experience. So, back in Scotland, it's time for a true leap of faith. Climbing a pole 12 metres high, around 40 feet, with a heart-stopping jump at the top.
This exercise is designed to push you through what you would regard as your sort of comfort zone, all right? So it's all about challenging yourself, it's mind over matter, it's all about determination and the will to succeed, all right?
For those with a fear of heights, there's going to be some serious soul-searching. Matt, for one, will be testing his nerve to the limit.
I'm a bit scared of these pole ones, because I see people going, I was like shaking, it's like I think that's what's going to scare me most, the shaking of it.
The foothold's in the same place all the way up, you just need to build up a rhythm. Nice and steady, nice and steady. Just take time.
He's frozen with fear.
Matt, just concentrate on the platform above you, don't look down.
But forces himself to go on.
I'm so scared, I really am.
Concentrate on what you've been doing absolutely brilliantly.
It's even tougher at the top. He now has to stand up on the wobbling platform.
Go for it!
That's it!
Matt, believe.
I'm wobbling, oh my God.
Don't worry about what's going on down here.
Right.
Just scrap the stand.
That's it!
That's it! Just take... What a Matt!
How you doing, Matt?
I'm all right.
That is fantastic.
It's just wobbling so much. I'm shaking so much.
The Arctic is calling, but can he make the leap?
Can I have a countdown, please?
Yes! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1!
Oh my God, I just... Can I get down now?
He's conquered one of his greatest fears.
I never thought in a million years I'd be doing that.
It's hideous. It's a hideous experience, isn't it?
At least there shouldn't be any of those in the Arctic anyway.
And Matt's not the only one with trouble at the top. Courtney has raced up the pole, but at the last minute, her confidence has deserted her.
Anytime now.
Focus on that trapeze. That's cool, don't worry.
And I'm safe, aren't I?
Yeah,
They're all harnessed securely, but it still takes great courage to make the leap.
Oh, it's now or never, isn't it?
It is. Come on, Courtney. 3, 2...
No, don't count! Oh, God, here we go. Yeah! My legs were totally like jelly, couldn't stop shivering. And then my head was like, you shouldn't really be jumping off a pole, should you? Not a good idea. I was like, go on.
Harley is by far the smallest of the finalists. He's utterly determined to beat this challenge in his Arctic quest.
That's it. Go on, squeeze your legs, squeeze your legs, squeeze your legs. Up you go, up you go, up you go. That's it. Perfect. Look up. Excellent, excellent. Let go of the rope, Harley. Harley.
I can see now I'm not going to make that trapeze.
Yeah, you are, Harley. You got to... Harley, you got to believe.
But his nerves are seriously getting the better of him.
And just bend those legs and make that jump.
Right, I'm going to do it. Hold on. 3, 2, 1. I can't do it.
Harley, you can. Believe. You can make it.
I know I'm not gonna reach it.
I know it's tough, but we've got to make a decision. All right, are we going to go for the jump, or are we going to just come
do
down?
it.
Sorry?
I'll do it.
Right, OK, let's do it.
No, I can't do it. I want to come down.
Despite his brave attempts, the only option is to lower Harley safely to the ground.
Myself down.
You haven't let yourself down at all. You should be proud of what you achieved. Look, just look up there, all right? You got all the way up, over the edge, you stood on the top, yeah? And that is an amazing achievement.
Others find their courage in whatever way they can.
Just find your veil of wind and fly freely to your destiny.
How does it feel?
Like a squirrel. It don't look easy, it just looks capable.
Doable, Jenny.
Doable, that's the one.
Jen, do you want to count down, or are you going to go in your own time?
Yeah, the countdown. Make it quick though, because I don't think I can stand it any longer.
3, 2, 1, and go! Yay!
I've done it!
I was flabbergasted, to be honest. I thought we'd have had at least maybe 30–40% that wouldn't have actually got up to the top. So I think overall the group has absolutely astonished me.
On the Arctic expedition, the team will have to travel more than 100 miles by dog sled across frozen lakes and mountains. They'll have to learn to drive the sleds and look after the huskies, strong working dogs who need a firm hand to control them. So, back in Scotland, it's time to let the dogs out. The first task is to harness the 12 dogs up to their sled. Some find it easier than others to cope with the strength of the animals. The course is over 2 miles of rugged terrain in a special high-speed cart, and the power of the husky surprises everyone.
I'm going so fast. It's like all the bumps and everything. It's just like, it adds to the exhilaration. It's just like, whoa, how fast are these dogs going? The guy like speaks like another language to him, and he's telling us it took like 6 years to train him.
Hang on, boss! Got home! Hang on! Ho, ho, ho!
He's going gee, gee. He's like, what? And it turns right. It's really funny. I didn't think it was going to be that bumpy. Oh, dude, this is close! So we're going down there, and my legs were going everywhere. It was so cool. It was like... We're going so fast.
Straight, especially as soon as we started, wasn't it?
I was jumping all over the place. I felt like I was going to fall out. Just all the way along.
Oh, I'd do some day. The dog would be very tired.
I thought I was going to come out. And she was like, hold on. And I was like, oh no, I'm going to come out. So I was getting really tight. And then we came down the hill and I just felt my bum was like a metre off the seat and then crashed back down.
In the Arctic, the team will have to prepare food for the dogs every day. One of their favourite meals, raw seal meat. So some of the finalists may not have the stomach for the judges' next challenge back in Scotland.
Our next task is preparing our dinner tonight.
The catch is the main course is pheasant and the birds don't come pre-packaged.
Do we have to skin them?
We're going to pluck them and then gut them.
Got them.
You all right there?
Matt is not enjoying the experience.
When eating meat, you don't think about what you have to do, and now I've seen it, I mean, I don't know if I'd do it again.
Basically, it's dead, so you can't hurt it anymore, can you? And put its body to good use and eat it, really.
It's quite brutal, actually, but it's a new experience.
So once you have plucked it, what do you think happens next?
You have to cut it open and take out all its organs.
Oh.
It was actually it was really great, but it was really cool because you could see everything and you saw its heart and its intestines. You had to pull it out.
Oh, I don't like it. It might come alive, mightn't it?
This one's
Isn't it all alive? It feels warm.
No, it's dead. Very dead.
For animal lover Lily, who's also a vegetarian, this task is going to be particularly difficult.
I don't like doing this, but I'm going to do it.
Come on, Lily.
It's dead anyway, isn't it? Oh, I just pulled the flesh off. Oh, that's disgusting.
What all those seeds?
Look at it. Stupid bird.
You are going to do it.
She's so determined to get to the Arctic, she forces herself to get on with the job.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to eat it as well.
Yeah?
Doing that was so horrible. I had to do it though because I had to face it.
As the afternoon wears on, the challenges come thick and fast. But are the leaders any closer to choosing the final 8?
It's going to be hard.
Because there's 16 really fantastic characters. Massive and massive enthusiasm, desperate to impress and desperate to show what they can do.
The judges, you don't know what they're looking for, so I'll just keep doing my best to be myself and just give it my all, really.
You can pull each other. You can pull each other.
Even though it's 50-50 chance and so, if I make the most of being here, because it's a great achievement in itself.
Let go of the rope, Jen.
This is just like a once-in-a-lifetime chance. It'd just be so important to me if I got through.
Living in the Arctic will be extremely harsh, with the weather severe and unpredictable. The team will be camping in temperatures way colder than a freezer, when even the simplest tasks become a major challenge. So to end the audition weekend, the finalists face their biggest test, a night sleeping out in the Scottish Highlands.
Any ideas where we might be camping?
Up that mountain. I bet it is. I bet it's up that mountain. Can we go with the team?
This is a race against each other, but you can see the sun is already setting. So this is a race against darkness. Okay, so I'm not joking when I say we actually need to get up there quite quickly. You need to work as a team. Any problems, you help each other out.
3, 2, 1, go!
Go on then, guys, let's do it.
Wait.
The temperature has already dropped to -5 and a steep 1-mile hike lies ahead.
Just watch your path.
It's treacherous underfoot. The snow is deep and scattered with rocks.
All right. There we are, we're going over.
Some, like Fabian, are starting to struggle.
My right leg's actually playing up at the moment, so I'm feeling a bit tired, but I'm going to keep pushing.
Can you take the fly?
Let's go. You okay, Fabian?
While Fabian soldiers on, others are finding the going even tougher.
Come on, Sonny. Come on, you can't sit down, yeah? Gotta keep going. Come on.
Really out of breath and tired. I'm letting myself down and up on us.
Up ahead, there's a problem for the boys' team too. Harley's having serious trouble breathing.
Breathe in here. Not here, down here.
It's really hard. I can't breathe. It's too hard.
I think we'd rather stop than push himself and end up hurting himself. It's just not worth it.
Harley, mate, take your bag off.
Matt and the team rally round so Harley can carry on.
So let's get your bag off.
Hey, load my bag up with stuff because you're already carrying the tent. I haven't got anything extra.
It's fine.
Just chuck it in mine. It's right.
Everyone's exhausted and they're rapidly running out of light.
Can you see how much light there is left? Yeah? We've still got to get there and put the tents up, so come on. Let's get going, yeah?
Keep the knees going, Harley. Keep them up.
Come on, everybody. Come on, final push.
Just as darkness falls, they all make it to the campsite.
V1!
Yes! I could feel it on my legs and I was just trying to keep going, but once I got up there, I could look back and it felt really good.
Amazing.
Proud.
Yeah.
We had a few troubles on the way.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it though. It's really good coming up here because you get a really good view to look back at it. That's really good.
But after such a hard day, Harley's not feeling so positive.
I don't know if I want to go to the Arctic.
Come on. Don't make that decision, yeah?
It's too far.
You are
You're doing amazing, Harley.
incredibly tough kid.
this one right.
You can be so proud of yourself.
You are.
Yeah? So come on, it's not over.
Okay.
Put
Don't
the
talk
tents
like
up.
that, Harley. Don't talk. Come on.
Come on, yeah?
Let's get this tent up and let's go to sleep.
As crunch time approaches, the judges are focusing on how well different team members are working together.
Courtney is fantastic. She's organising a whole tent. Alex was fantastic. She took extra sleeping bags from Sonny. She led the team up as well for a bit, and they were all helping each other, which is really nice to see.
At the moment, I would have a clearer picture on the girls for a final decision than I would the boys. So yeah, all to play for right the way down to the wire.
In the tents, there's only one thing on their minds: tomorrow's big decision.
If we don't get in, it's going to be so terrible. So I don't even want to talk about it.
If I get in, then my friends won't, and if my friends get in, some of my friends, I won't. So there's either way, you're going to be upset.
Very, 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 very nervous. I think that the sooner I can go to sleep, the sooner tomorrow.
I don't want to go to bed.
So sleep, 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 and dream.
As a new day dawns, it's an early wake-up call for the Sirius Arctic decision makers.
Fantastic character, really bubbly, outgoing.
Today is it. This is the final crunch.
He, for me, has been a complete star. He's always quirky, he's always up.
You know, coped with everything all weekend.
Yeah.
Extremely well.
If I don't get picked, I will be sad, but I'll try my best.
Can she actually cope with the physical conditions?
If I'm not what they're looking for, then I'm not what they're looking for.
8 of us are going to go, you know, that's half, and it's quite a lot.
Mentally, I don't think he necessarily has it.
She really became a leader and led them up the hill, which really impressed me.
Everyone here's so lovely, we just don't know who's going to get in at all, and I'm so nervous about it. It's really scary, actually.
Don't move anywhere, all right?
The 16 Arctic hopefuls are all gathered together for the final time to learn their fate.
We're now going to split you down into 2 groups, all right? Andy, Eagle. Lily, Eagle. Emily, Osprey. Adam, Osprey. Jenilyn, Osprey. Stuart, Eagle. All the Eagles, make your way into the building there, all right? All the Ospreys, yeah, make your way to the building there, okay?
Emotions are running at an all-time high.
Guys,
We're going to like you.
Guys, you've been really fantastic, but I'm sorry you're not going to be able to. I'm really sorry.
Among those not selected are Lily and Harley. The tension in the next room is almost unbearable.
So just so we know.
God, don't even start.
Just keep a smile.
Don't worry about it.
Right, guys. It's been a really, really cool weekend. You've endured an awful lot of cold and tribulations. Well, I'm sorry to say that you're going to be suffering an awful lot more about that.
Matt has conquered his fears and been a brilliant team player.
Absolutely everything. It's like all my dreams wrapped in the one.
Jenilyn has shown character and a real passion for the Arctic.
And I can't believe I'm going. I so wanted to go.
Lewis has proved he's got true drive and determination.
Emotions just were pumping around me. Tears started coming. I'm so happy.
And completing the team, Courtney.
It's incredible. It's an absolute dream. I can't believe it.
Fabian.
I'm not sure I wanted to laugh or cry.
Alex.
I'm so excited.
Adam.
I'm so happy that I'm through. Oh my God.
And Emily.
I just started crying. I can't believe it. I am the happiest person alive.
Next time on Sirius Arctic, a polar roller coaster ride.
It was absolutely brilliant.
Temperatures plummet below -40.
It's so cold.
And homesickness sets in. Coming up, an Arctic roller coaster ride.
It was absolutely brilliant.
Temperatures plummet below -40.
It's so cold.
And homesickness sets in.
Oh, it's all right.
London's Heathrow Airport and the Sirius Arctic team prepared to leave their families for more than 3 weeks.
I'm gonna miss you. Even I'm gonna start crying.
The 8 adventurers have been chosen from 9,000 applicants for an extreme expedition. They're flying 5,000 miles to the north of Canada, their final destination, Baffin Island in the frozen Arctic. They haven't seen expedition leaders Ben and Emma since their auditions a month ago.
Hi.
You all right? Good to see you. Yeah, good to see you. Excellent. Hello.
How are you, love?
It may be sunny, but the temperatures are cool, -18 Celsius.
It's freezing cold. After a while, it started to burn your face, and you're like, oh, I didn't think it would be anything like this.
It freezes on the inside of your nose and it feels like you've got concrete up your nose. You're like...
They head out to their camp on the frozen sea. The ice is a couple of metres thick on top of the ocean. They'll be living on it in a fixed tent for the first week of training.
We're here.
Woo!
Get out. Jump out.
This is going to be our home, large, super-duper tent, and from here we're going to get you into the Arctic way of life.
We'll have girls down this side, boys down this side. It's cool, isn't it? Yeah.
The temperature in the tent will never rise above 0. Everything will be frozen.
I can't get it.
Caramel bar. It's like rock hard though.
Can you bite it, Jan? I got it. Nice.
And going to the loo is going to be a seriously Arctic experience.
We need to be careful where we obviously go to the toilet because we are going to be using the snow to melt for our water. We don't want to melt snow that we've been to the toilet on.
Oh.
So we have a girls' pee area and a boys' pee area and then a proper toilet. So I shall show you those first. I'm not sure if it's a P for P or a B for Ben.
Well, it was meant to be a P, but it got a bit blobby. I couldn't control myself, so it's a P. And a P marks the spot for the boys, all right?
This is the toilet.
Wait.
It's a bucket with a bin bag in it.
That's gonna stink.
No, it won't stink because it all freezes.
Oh yeah.
See, it's clever.
Good.
But any liquid freezes as well. So you don't want any pee in here. So you go and pee in the pee spot and come and poo here. Yes?
If you need a pee and poo.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You have to pee first. Pee first, then poo.
Alright.
Yeah?
Well, it's going to be a hard one.
I'm not really very happy about it, but what can you do? So I'm just not looking forward to when I need the toilet.
Already, some are starting to feel the cold, especially Adam. Ben calls the team together to talk about the dangers of frostbite.
We're now in the Arctic, and it's a very serious environment because if you get things wrong, you're going to suffer the consequences.
Frostbite affects exposed parts of the body if they get too cold, especially the face, fingers and toes.
They are recoverable. They're not sort of, you're not going to have your toes amputated.
So we could get that?
If we get things wrong.
If you get things wrong, yeah.
Looks pretty vicious to me.
Okay. If you want to go to ultra extremes...
That looks like something off like a horror film, doesn't it?
That is to shock you because that could happen if you get things wrong.
So they're going to amputate those ones?
In that case, yes.
That's awful.
That really scared me about it just the reality of what could happen to us out there.
I didn't actually realise it was so easy to get bad frostbite and how easy it is. You just have to make a little mistake and then you can lose a finger from it.
Snuggle right down the side.
The immediate concern is figuring out how to stay warm overnight.
Warming up yet?
Yeah. Yes, very warm.
Right, have you got all the water that's left in your arm?
Yep.
It's so cold that any liquid left out in the tent will be frozen solid by morning.
Got my wash bag, all my bottles of water and things.
stuffed in my sleeping bag.
Oh my god, it's so claustrophobic.
It is quite claustrophobic.
Good night.
Good morning, no night.
Good night, guys. Sleep well.
No, no.
Overnight, it drops to -12 inside the tent and everything gets covered in ice.
A buddy pair. Right, Adam, Lucy just volunteered you.
Yeah. We're scraping off all the ice off the top of the tent, so when we start cooking, it doesn't melt and drip on all our stuff.
Despite the reminders, Fabian leaves a drinking bottle out.
We've got a big block of ice. We're going to have to waste some hot water to get rid of your ice. Yeah, so next time, sleeping bag.
Grab a hold of your bag.
The first morning waking up in the Arctic is quite a shock to some of the team. A trip to the toilet leaves Jenny Lynn feeling faint.
Yeah, and get your hot drink.
I couldn't stand upright and it all looked white and...
It's Fabian's 13th birthday, but he's not feeling too good either.
What's wrong?
Oh, I can't think for a second, I'm so sorry. It's all right, what colour's your plate? Green, I think. Green? Okay, I think it's up there. I'll go and eat some breakfast, yeah?
Did you put your head lift the stool up a little bit? Yeah?
They're going to have to get used to the Arctic fast to cope with the main expedition. They'll be living rough for 2 weeks as they head for a remote glacier. Their mission is to do vital research into global warming to help polar bears. As the Earth warms up, the endangered animal's home is starting to disappear. It's one of the world's most extreme and dangerous places, and the team will need some serious survival training over the next week.
All we're going to talk about now, which is a biggie out here, is clothing and equipment.
Courtney and Fabian try out the special clothes they need to protect them. They include 3 layers of trousers, special Arctic boots with thick liners inside, 4 layers of sweatshirts and fleeces, lots of headgear to completely cover their faces, and a massive puffer jacket. And finally, they're ready to head outside.
What I'm going to do now is put you into your buddy pairs.
For safety, the team members are now paired up for the rest of the trip. Called buddies, they'll watch out for each other, whatever it takes.
Yeah. What you want to do is warm your hands up. You want to put your hands in their armpits.
Jenna Lynn is Courtney's buddy, but she's not much help on this exercise.
You got to put your arms down. I'm really ticklish. I'm so sorry. I there, right there. My hand there.
On expedition, they'll be dog sledding more than 100 miles, and it's time to meet the animals, rare Canadian Inuit dogs.
They're beautiful. It's just amazing. They're really sweet and they're dead friendly as well. Well, they're really sweet, but they're so strong. They just like almost push you over.
They're very heavy too.
Each sled is pulled by up to 10 dogs. They're working animals, not pets, and need a firm hand.
Like this.
The chief dog handler is Arctic expert Matty McNair.
So you just have to be really conscious. Anytime you're in front of that sled, you're in a danger zone. You don't want to get caught in the ropes and tripped or hit by the sled.
I'm a bit nervous actually because it doesn't seem like I could stay on very easily, so I'm a bit scared in case I fall off.
Go for it. Run.
First thing to master is getting on and off the moving sled, a vital skill to help the dogs over rougher ground.
When you get off and start running, like to help the dogs out, you don't realise how fast you're going. And then you're trying to keep up and everything. And then when you've got to jump back on, I'm really scared because I don't miss the side or anything.
Come on, hurry up!
But it's really, really good. It's exciting as well.
On the back of that, it was just absolutely spectacular. I loved working with the dogs. I loved like how they control the sleds and driving it, and I can't wait till we have to do it for a couple of weeks in the main expedition. That's going to be so good.
At the end of each day, there's the major task of collecting and melting snow.
yellow snow, is it?
No, no.
It's their only source of water.
It's a bit long-winded, but if we took water out in like bottles, it would just freeze.
You either want your food or you don't, or you want a drink or you don't, so it has to be done, doesn't it?
See, it's starting to melt at the bottom.
It is a little bit. It's going to take hours.
Each night, the team also get to record a video diary, and Courtney admits she's a bit disappointed about her buddy pairing with Jenna Lynn.
If I was in school with her, I probably wouldn't be friends with her, to be honest.
I hope I don't annoy people, because sometimes I say the wrong things and people take me the wrong way, and like I know that I can get overexcited sometimes.
She was being a bit girly when we had to do the thing. We had to put your hands in her armpit. She was being a bit, you know, oh no, I'm too ticklish, I'm too ticklish. Which was getting slightly annoying, but what can you do?
Happy birthday, dear Fabian.
Fabian's been feeling quite homesick during his special day. And the celebrations are reminding him even more of home.
Make a wish.
And I have for you something from your mum.
I didn't really enjoy this day as much as I expected. I just been like really weepy and like unable to speak to other people. But
I'm just with my mum and dad and my brother.
Right. It's only the second day. It's like we've been here for like weeks.
Oh,
it's all right. It's because they're thinking about you.
Their next husky training exercise takes them over much more difficult terrain in preparation for the main expedition.
Stay with it. And it's the way. OK?
As Ben drives the dogs uphill, Jenna Lynn and Courtney struggle to stay on.
We was both trying to run up the hill to try and catch onto the thing because I thought they were going to keep on running.
OK.
I was worried that they're just going to zoom off and then we'll be like left just me and Courtney like screaming our heads off.
Running in the deep snow is exhausting, and when Emma's sled comes through, Matt and Fabian are nowhere to be seen.
Fabe's coming. Quick, run.
I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what had hit me. And all the time we were just panicking and worrying because we had to catch up the sled.
Quickly, you two.
it was just like, how am I going to get back up? And I got really, really tired and started panting.
Go on, Faith, quickly run.
And the dogs almost went off without us.
You guys ready for the big one?
Yeah. All right, here we go,
As they race down the hill, Lewis's sled hits a serious problem. The dogs get in a terrible tangle.
Well, as we was coming down the hill, our sledge overtook the dogs, and then they was all getting tangled behind the sleigh, and then they was just basically getting dragged straight behind us. I feel quite bad for the dogs, actually, because it looked like they were getting hurt a bit.
Easy, guys.
They're all fine, so it's good.
It's been an exhilarating day.
It was absolutely brilliant. It's just an amazing experience. It's like, I can't believe I'm doing this at the moment.
It's really, 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 really good.
But they return home into a bitter wind, bringing the temperature down to -40. Everyone is feeling chilled to the bone.
Well, my toes are completely numb, and when I move them, they just sting like hell.
Jenna Lynn offers to use her buddy training to help warm them up.
Let me put my foot on your
Adam,
freezing.
Adam.
Oh, man. Oh, my God, that is so warm.
Guys, it's 7:10. Last night it took us 3.5 hours to make supper and hot drinks. We haven't got any water. We have to melt snow. So we really need to get a bit of a move on, yeah?
It's Alex and Emily's turn to cook, and it takes them a couple of hours in the sub-zero tent just to melt enough snow.
Right, okay.
They're starting to get very cold and upset.
They're all complaining they're cold, and I just had to go outside and can't feel my feet. And I'm freezing, and like, I'm not complaining, and they're all just sat on the fire, not doing anything.
I don't want them to have to make them. They should do it without having to be made to do it. Me and Alex got really annoyed because nobody came to help us. They sat so tightly around the fire that no heat could come out. And me and Alex were stood on like ice basically, and we just were there for about 2.5 hours.
Emily went into tears because nobody was helping her. But yesterday, me and Fabian cooked and cleaned and nobody helped us.
For the leaders, the strong emotions are no surprise.
They'd had a really hard day, and they all just wanted to flump and do nothing. And so, there was a lot of tension last night, and a lot of very tired people.
Have you got a hot water bottle? Right, I think it's time that you go to bed, because everyone's just way too tired.
The Arctic wind is still blowing strong next morning, and just when the team thought things couldn't get any tougher, Ben has an announcement.
Right, bit of a surprise for you today. We've been building up our experience. We're going out for a night out into proper Arctic. And we're going to be without dogs today. We're going to be on foot, and we're going to be towing our kit with sleds.
That's good.
All right.
Then at least
Okay.
I reckon I'm going to find it really hard because my feet get cold really quick.
I want to know what it's like because I just haven't got an idea at all, so that hopefully we might be a bit more used to it for the actual expedition.
I'm kind of quite worried about going out later because it's just so incredibly cold.
They're going to find it difficult today, definitely, because it's -20 at the moment with another 30 knots of breeze, which means it's about -40, -42. It's going to be a bit of a wake-up call, I think, and certainly tonight it's going to be fun and games. Just make sure your waist belts and your day sacks are done up, guys. Done. Happy? Yeah. Right, let's do it. Let's have 100%.
It's hard work trekking through the soft snow, and despite the extreme cold, the key problem is not to overheat.
Ben, I'm beginning to sweat. I'm getting really quite hot.
Okay, hold up. We'll just we'll be stopping here now for the others to catch up, all right?
All right then. I think that I put a bit too much head layer on. Well, if you sweat, it gets you all wet, and then when you get wet, it all freezes. So then I'll get really cold quickly.
The smallest mistakes in this extreme environment can lead to serious problems.
Your gloves are out in the snow. Gentlemen, all your gloves are out in the snow, all right? You need to get at least one layer on, yeah? And you need to dust all those off. Now, before you put them on, get all the snow off. Because otherwise it's going to melt and they're going to be soaking wet, okay?
I'm finding it quite hard actually pulling the sledge, but I'm really enjoying it as well because it's lovely looking around when you're walking. It's really unbelievable.
It's quite fun actually, surprisingly, because I thought it'd be real hard work and it would get really freezing cold, but you actually warm up really quickly.
This is going to be our overnight spot, all right?
Right.
What do you reckon?
It's a bit windy.
A bit windy?
Yeah.
Right. We want to get our camp set up as soon as possible, otherwise we're going to get cold.
But putting up tents in an Arctic wind isn't going to be easy.
It's really hard to keep the tent steady because of the wind power, and it's getting cold now.
The wind, it's awful. Every time we try to hold it down, it nearly blows away.
Wait, keep still. I found it.
Adam starts to get dangerously cold.
I'm really annoyed, always being cold, because it slows things down, and I just want to get everything done so we can have some food.
I'm concerned about Adam a little bit, just because when it gets cold, he goes in himself. He's not naturally a person who volunteers to do stuff, and out here you actually want to volunteer to do stuff because it keeps you warm.
The only way to get your hands warm is to help them move around, yeah? Oh.
Finally, the girls get their tent up and shelter from the wind, but the boys have got problems.
It's a bit of a nightmare, really. We've put our tent in a wrong position, so now we're having to pull up all the pegs, which is really hard, and we're going to have to move it, then re-peg it down. So, yeah, it's a bit of a problem, really.
With Adam still suffering from the cold, Lewis, his buddy, takes on the lion's share of the work.
Yeah? The ice chunk is fantastic. Now,
holding the tent together. You're doing a great job.
Wait.
Are you sweating?
Quite a lot.
Then you shouldn't be, should you? Yeah? Then ease it down a bit, because you're going to be in trouble later. Yeah? You are covered in frost because you've been sweating so much. That means that, well, no, you're fine now. But it means that when you
When
stop,
I cool down.
yeah, you
Yeah,
cool down,
I
you're
know.
going to cool down faster than anyone. Yeah?
Yeah.
As night falls, the temperature plummets to -44.
Freezing. I am totally freezing. Hi. This stings. That stings. Ow, 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 oh my God. Oh, oh, that really hurts. I'm really cold. Why can't I stop shivering? I don't know. Today, it's day 4, and I have just been for my first poop. Oh my God, so good. Like the best poop I've ever had. My hands are just a bit cold now. I just want to go to bed and get warm.
I'm really tired and I just can't wait to get back into my sleeping bag and be warm.
But in their haste to get to bed, some of the basics are forgotten.
More than tough.
Do have concerns over the fact they don't realise how the little things actually are extremely serious.
They've all gone to bed and there's another water bottle just lying in the tent, and they haven't quite sussed that, you know, all the bits around their neck gaiters and their balaclavas, they're all wet, that's icy.
We'll see how they are in the morning, but certainly I think later on during the expedition, I think, unless they get that right, we're going to have some serious drama.
For most, it proves to be the worst night of their lives.
Very cold. I try to get like warm, and usually I can when I'm in my sleeping bag and that. But I was just waking up in the middle of the night, and when you wake up, you realise just how cold it is, and because it was so cold, I couldn't get back to sleep again.
When you breathe out in your sleeping bag, it all freezes everywhere, so it was frozen all down your arms, all over your neck gaiter and everything in the morning, which is really annoying.
I mean, I'm not exaggerating, look. That's what I've got to wear today. I'm not kidding. I mean, I could chop the ice up with this thing. I could scrape it.
It was horrible. When I went to bed, I thought it would be all right because the sleeping bags would warm me up, but my feet were absolutely freezing. And I woke up about 8 times in the night, so I didn't get much sleep either. I hated it, really.
In just a few days' time, they must be fully prepared to head out into the Arctic wilderness. It's a daunting prospect.
I know we got to get ready because we're going to have to do this every day in the main expedition, but it was real tough and I barely got any sleep. I just hope it gets easier.
Next time on Sirius Arctic, the trials of igloo building. The extreme conditions take their toll.
It's so difficult, you don't understand.
And a tasty surprise for the team. Coming up, the trials of igloo building. The trauma of Arctic life.
It's so difficult, you don't understand.
And a tasty surprise for the team. Canadian High Arctic, one of the world's last great wildernesses and one of the most hostile places on Earth. For 8 young adventurers won through from 9,000 applicants to come here on an environmental mission to help polar bears. Week 1 and the team are in serious training. They've just spent their first night camping out in the wild. It was unbelievably cold, with temperatures below -40.
It was horrible. I woke up about 8 times in the night, so I didn't get much sleep either. Hated it, really.
Everyone wants to get back to the relative comfort of base camp.
You're looking forward now to getting back to our nice big tent.
Yeah.
We can dry all our stuff. Excellent. Well, we're not going straight there. We're going to go and practice the navigation we've been learning this week. We have buried somewhere in the ice a bag of very nice goodies for lunch. It's cookies and sweets. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So the point you need to get to is 2, 3, 6, 6.
When they go on their main expedition, map reading skills will be essential, and Lewis is feeling confident.
We know where we're going and we've got the bearings, so I reckon we'll be about an hour till we eat, I'm hoping.
But they've barely started when they need to stop.
Sorry everyone, 1 minute.
Emily's having trouble with her goggles.
I hate this stupid outfit. I just feel really claustrophobic in this. It's like I can hardly even breathe.
Was that for your benefit, all right?
It's -19 Celsius, but with wind chill feels like -35. Frostbite is a real danger.
I'm not risking getting frostbite or something because I'm claustrophobic. Right, let me come on.
The team have got to learn fast to cope with these conditions. At the end of this week's training, they'll set off on a 100-mile dog sled journey to a remote glacier, where they'll do vital research into global warming. It's going to be the toughest journey of their lives.
Right, what, so you reckon we should go down there, yeah? Matt thinks we should go down there. To tell the truth, I think we should...
Teamwork will be essential, but today, Fabian feels like no one's taking any notice of him.
Louis? Louis?
Shush, Fabian, for 1 sec, yeah?
Sorry.
I haven't been kind of putting much input in it now because people are just not listening to my ideas.
Yeah, okay, go. Yeah, I don't mind, just follow.
After 2 hard hours of trekking, the terrain starts to get much icier.
Right, this is ice, that's ice.
And pulling uphill in soft snow makes it even harder.
It's going to be so tough getting our sleighs over this bit of snow.
No way. So when you get into the deep snow, your legs keep sinking, and that's a bit annoying.
They're running out of energy fast.
Getting a bit hungry, I just want to find it now. Just find our prize.
I think we're close by and I just can't wait till I get the food because I'm absolutely starving.
Everyone keep their eye out, because we reckon we're really near the place now.
Oh, look.
Guys, remember it's buried, yeah?
I got it.
Yay!
I got it.
We got it!
Hey!
Cookies!
Oh!
Chocolates!
Oh, yeah.
3 hours after setting off, they're finally eating lunch.
It was hard, but when you got cookies in your hand, you don't really care.
But the exercise has shown a few cracks in the team.
Fabian was lazy again today.
He finds any excuse to not do something.
Apparently I was lazy, but I didn't feel like I was lazy.
He kept taking everyone else's ideas and just using them and pretending that he'd thought of it himself.
I think we'll start here.
I've said that about 5 minutes ago when we stopped.
Yeah,
you just repeat them. It's only been like 2 or 3 days since I'm 13. People think, oh, he's 13. He has to do loads and loads and loads of stuff. The thing is, I'm still the same person. People have just been expecting way more of me.
Next morning, an amazing opportunity comes up. The chance for one of the team to help scientists with a survey of rare whales. Matt is lucky enough to be chosen.
I've never seen a whale before and I can't wait to spot some. Just take part in this project. It's just a wonderful feeling.
He'll be searching for highly endangered bowhead whales, hunted for hundreds of years till they almost became extinct. Now they're protected, and scientists want to find out if numbers are increasing. Matt will be working with biologist Karen Ditz.
We'll be following this ice edge all the way down, and you make a note on your booklet, and then you do all of your counting and descriptions of all of the whales that you see.
Bowhead whales are only found in the Arctic, and spotting so few in such a vast area isn't going to be easy.
I can't see any.
Oh, you're just going to get a glimpse of time?
An hour into the search and they haven't seen a thing.
It's always disappointing, but it's not unusual either, because they live in such a huge area. Sometimes it's difficult to predict where they are.
I am a bit disappointed that I haven't seen one yet, so I'll keep looking and hopefully I'll see one before the end.
Down on the ice, expedition leader Ben has a challenging training exercise for the rest of the group.
We've spent basically a night out on the snow in a tent. We're now going to do it the true traditional way tonight, and we're going to stay out in an igloo. But you guys are going to be building your own igloos.
The first job is block cutting. And they soon find it's very hard work.
It's really quite difficult because it seems to get stuck about there. I reckon.
Look at this. Look at this, guys. Hey. Woohoo. That took us roughly about 10 minutes. All right, if we need 20 or 30 of those, we're going to have to start getting our block cutting skills a bit slicker.
It's more exciting than a tent because you can put a tent up anywhere, but you can't exactly put an igloo up in your back garden unless you live in the Arctic. So.
Up in the air, Matt's still not spotted any whales.
I've just got to keep looking and hope for the best.
Time is starting to run out, but Karen's still hopeful.
We've had lots of reports that they're at the flow edge of Cumberland Sound fairly frequently.
And suddenly, Matt spots something.
There's one. It's down there. Oh, this is amazing.
Something over here.
Oh, yeah, there he is. Right there. Oh.
Try getting a circle on him.
It was just sitting there real still, and then the water came out its funnel on top of it. Really clear and it had white spots.
You see them there?
After the disappointing start, they're incredibly lucky.
I've seen 3 now.
Yeah, did you see the white on the chin?
Yeah, I've noted those down, and they were just amazing to see, and they're just massive.
The surveys proved very worthwhile and very exciting too.
It was just spectacular to watch them for that split second before they disappear, and I absolutely loved it.
Back at the igloo building, some of the girls are having doubts about the night ahead.
At first I was like all up for it until I heard that it could collapse.
They told us that they'd be putting in a shovel so we could dig our way out. That kind of put me off, because I was like, right, okay, so the whole thing could collapse on us in the night.
Emma said that it'll be warmer than it would be sleeping in a tent, and I suppose if there's all the girls are in there, then it'll be all right.
Building igloos is quite an art, locking the blocks of snow together so they don't collapse.
These blocks are not shaped before you've actually put them in place. You put them in place and then you actually cut the spiral in. You then gradually build up the layers all the way around.
Right. Saved by the knee, because I was right there.
How are we doing, team? Right, only another, how many to go?
I know, how many? 30.
With help from local experts, the team complete 2 small igloos.
Yay!
But now it's time to go it alone.
Now this is going to be a big one. It's going to be twice the size, if not bigger, than the one that we've just finished. We've got 4 hours before it gets dark to finish this one off.
We're not really that sure about how to build it, but I don't really want to be the one responsible if it all goes wrong.
Sometimes it's a bit annoying when you're lifting it up and it cracks in the middle and you just don't get a break.
The wind starts to get up, lowering the temperature once more to around -40.
It's not touching enough.
The extreme cold adds to the stress.
It's not, it's the corner. That is it. Calm down. Let's try and just reshape it. That's sturdy. It isn't. That is. No.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's so annoying.
We're always getting the angle wrong, and so all the blocks keep falling in. This one's dodgy.
This is the one we're putting on, is wonky.
Guys, we're actually sleeping in it tonight, which is a bit scary because all the sides keeps looking like they're going to cave in. Oh, no way.
They're struggling. They had a lot of help before, and it is a bit like a jigsaw puzzle trying to get the different blocks to interlink.
This one's unstable.
That's where it's all gone wrong from there.
Oh.
You've got joint, 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 joint. Yeah. Should be overlapping, so it locks onto the next block. So you need to read it from there onwards.
Oh no!
Can we stay with it then so we know what we're doing? We've had to go back and redo it all. So that is kind of a bit depressing to think that we're just basically doing what we've done before.
We have 3 hours left until the sun goes down, and when the sun goes down, you can't do anything.
I just want it up really so we can get dinner started and get to bed.
But while some are working hard, not everyone's pulling their weight.
Adam, what are you doing?
Stand around watching it, it's not going to fall off on its own. I'm not actually doing much good out here because I don't think I'm helping because I'm quite cold.
And the bitter weather's getting to others too.
It seems like it's us four, you know. Where the hell's everyone else?
Where's Jen, Adam, Fabian?
Half the team have gone to their tent to shelter from the strong wind. Emily and Courtney aren't impressed.
I told them I need some help. What do you? Oh,
really? Oh, I didn't realise you had a help.
I thought you could build an igloo on your own.
We've been out on the land all day, so it's absolutely freezing. And it's not as if we can just like sit down now and like warm ourselves up.
I don't think they realise that this is kind of getting a bit serious. It's getting a bit late. We're all cold, and you know we need to sleep in this. You know, it's hard enough building an igloo, but you know, 4 teenagers building igloos, you know, just that little bit harder.
Ben calls the group together.
Okay, how do we reckon it's going, guys?
Rubbish.
Why?
It's going quite good.
It's taken us about 2 hours, and we haven't even made like 2 layers.
Why don't we break it down and basically have 3 people actually on the igloo itself, and the rest can go and warm up. This is very serious. This has got to get done by last light, all right? We've got 2 hours to nail this, and at the moment, it ain't gonna happen.
Not much.
They start to work in shifts, but Fabian's unhappy, feeling the group aren't being fair to him. He confides in his teammate Emily.
It's just the way that I'm being treated. I'm not being listened to. I'm not having my views heard. I'm trying, and then I just get put down. That's it.
Just say, if you're all my friends and you should be helping me, and say I'm having a hard time at the moment.
And it's not just Fabian who's down in the dumps. The igloo building still isn't going well.
It's not getting there at all. Look at it.
It's fine.
But it's not though. Look at it. It's rubbish.
You just need to redo those 2 there.
It's taking ages, and we just keep going and going. There's just problems along the way. It's just slowing us down and down and down. It's like taking forever.
Stupid.
An hour to sunset, there's depressing news for the team. Ben decides the weather's become too cold to keep going safely and work has to be abandoned.
I'm sat out here in a half-made igloo. Note half-made.
Spent about 4 hours trying to build a igloo. Failed miserably, so, you know, kind of a whole day wasted.
It just feels like we've all worked our butts off for nothing.
For some, like Alex, it's all getting too much.
It's so difficult, you don't understand. We slaved away for nearly 5 hours today to make like half an igloo and we've not had any tea. We're so fed up.
Just hating this so bad. So bad. This is tough. This is really, really tough.
I just can't stop thinking about Mum and Dad and how much I miss them, and I'm finding it really, really difficult.
With morale at an all-time low, leaders Ben and Emma arrange for a very special delivery from the local town.
We have supper for you, right? What do we have?
You all right, guys?
Pizza and...
Oh, that was the best pizza. I don't think I'll ever appreciate that as much as I did then. It wasn't even great pizza, it just tasted like heaven.
Spirits are further lifted by some extraordinary local entertainment, throat singing. It's an ancient Inuit tradition where the throats used to make sounds.
The Inuit singers were just brilliant. I loved them.
They imitate the sounds around them, like the natural sounds, and they were so excellent, I'm telling you. You can't tell which person's doing the high bit or the low bit. You're stunned, you can't say anything because it's just so good. You know, good isn't good enough. Excellent, it was perfect.
With 2 small igloos completed, there's room for some of the team to sleep in them if they want. It's a tough decision.
I'm going to sleep in an igloo tonight. I'm going to try it out because I know I'm going to so regret it if I didn't do it.
Jenny, Lynn and Courtney, I think, want to sleep in an igloo, but me and Alex really don't because we're just too cold.
Before bed, Emma gives Fabian a bit of a pep talk.
You have been working hard. I've seen you. So they say to you, oh, you haven't been working hard enough. You turn around and you say, no, actually, I've been working really, really hard. And so you need to make sure they know that.
And once inside the igloo, the boys admit Fab's taken a lot of stick. Adam even has a confession.
I know that I'm really lazy and I just, like, spend most of the time in my tent.
I feel a bit victimised because when I pull my weight, yeah, no one says anything. And then I have a break and then I'm the person who's slacking off, the person who's not doing anything.
I think it's a bit sly on Fabian because they're all saying, Fabian, you're lazy, blah, blah, blah. I'm sitting off like, it's the life.
Somehow Adam always misses getting shouted at. I think it's because you're the littlest and like everyone thinks you're really cute.
Person ever.
After such a hard day, they find the igloo surprisingly cosy.
It is a lot warmer than the tent. I'm shivering saying warmer, which sounds really weird, but with a tent, the wind comes through. I just hope you don't drip on my head. I hope you don't melt. She's worried that it might crash down on her. Aren't you? She's very, very tired.
It was probably one of the best night's sleeps I've had here so far.
I'm a bit tired, but I'll be alright. I'm always tired.
After a day in the wild, the team are relieved to get back to base camp. Their large sub-zero tent suddenly seems like 5-star accommodation.
Yes. It's much, much better in here. It's nice and warm, but this is like luxury to what we had from out there.
I know it sounds silly because we've only been here a few days, but it feels like home.
That one's there.
But they won't be here for much longer. Tomorrow, the main expedition begins, and they'll be living and working out in the wilderness for 2 weeks. This morning, leader Emma is taking Lewis and Alex on a flight over the expedition route, more than 100 miles across some of the harshest terrain in the world.
We're going to be working down towards the Grinnell Glacier.
It's a chance to check out how difficult the journey will be for the dog sleds.
Go up a really narrow gully and then head down a valley system and take exactly the route we're going to take with the dogs.
Do you think they'll cope with the dogs then?
I reckon they'll be alright on the sea ice, but getting up all this land was going to be tough.
Yeah.
We're going to have to help them a lot and push the sledge quite a lot.
Yeah. They'll be far from civilization. If anything goes wrong, everyone will need to know what to do. So back on the ground, Ben has organised a search and rescue for their final training exercise.
Got a bit of a situation on our hands. This is Constable Chris Coles from the police detachment in Callowit.
I don't know what you guys had planned for this morning, but we need a bit of help. We got a call last night that we had a couple reported missing on a skidoo. We have a search and rescue unit. I've asked Ben if I can borrow you guys and him and the skidoos to cover the sea ice.
The team are led to believe it's a real emergency.
Just at the head of this chain of islands running down here, so our main access to look at is going to be the right-hand side.
Yeah.
All right, so you want to be looking
that way.
Okay, over that way.
They work as spotters, looking for any sign of the lost snowmobile drivers. Being stranded in such low temperatures would be very dangerous. Fabian signals to the rest of the team to stop as Emily's seen something.
Where?
Do you know where I mean? Just there's things like stood up.
Where?
I found them! We're coming! Don't make us run!
Have we got any spare? Have we got a down jacket? Spare down jacket?
We found the 2 casualties on the skidoo.
With the situation under control, Ben decides it's time to put them in the picture.
Fantastic, Emily. Well spotted, all right? This is a training exercise, OK?
No way!
Just to sort of...
you to know!
The point of this is that this is how they do it for real, all right?
We were genuinely concerned, and it made us look out more as well, because we actually thought that someone's life was at risk.
It could happen, so it's best to get us trained so we know what to do in a real situation.
It's been an impressive performance to complete their training.
We do search and rescues probably at least once a month. So what you went through is exactly what we do. We get people in the area to go out and help us because we have an awful lot of ground to cover. So you guys did a bang-up job.
Meanwhile, up in the sky, Emma, Alex and Lewis have reached their breathtaking final destination.
So what we're flying over now is the glacier. This is the end point of our whole trip. And what we're going to do is come out here and measure how much the ice has changed.
It just looks like it goes on forever.
It's enormous. It's 15 kilometres long. So it's a massive distance for us to be covering.
The flight has brought home just how testing the expedition will be.
It's making me think that it's going to be quite tough getting there in just a week.
I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm just really excited, looking forward to what we're doing when we set off tomorrow.
It's going to be really challenging, and I don't think anyone is quite prepared for what's up ahead.
Next time on Sirius Arctic, the epic dog sled journey begins. Tempers fray as the going gets tough. And a ferocious storm devastates the camp.
So horrible because we're just in the middle of nowhere.